And a lot of wonder has really happened in Nigerian railway operation. A lot of rehabilitation work. We have on ground a very beautiful new locomotive engine. Some of us who have not been privileged to travel by rail today is going to happen. That has hindered the rail operation, the movement from the north to the south. And we are happy to inform all stakeholders present here today that it is now easy and possible for you to travel from north down to the south, because the border area of Akare is being completed. And we are going to have what I call on-the-spot assessment of what beholds here.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, can we just hold on a little bit?
The Honorable Minister of Transport is very much around. Please allow the Minister and his entourage to enter, please, to entrain. Yes, this is for the Honorable Minister. Ladies and gentlemen, the journalists, please. Please. The journalists just enter, go in.
Yeah. You have to come and construct this one now.
On behalf of the monumental staff of Nigeria Railway Corporation, you are very much welcome on board of a wonderful train. I call it wonderful in the sense that for quite some years, we have not been really privileged to have what I call an uncommon ride that we are experiencing at this moment. We have just left Zungeru railway station, and any moment from now, we will now cruise through a very wonderful terrain, a very beautiful topography that depicts a lot of wonder that beholds in another part of the country. On our way to Akare, where I call a domain of agricultural development in Nigeria. Because when you are going, you agree with me, there are a lot of beautiful features that really shows that a lot can be achieved around this area. Ladies and gentlemen, for about 2-3 years ago, it has not been possible to experience a train ride from the southern part of the country to the northern part of the country, because the Akare multiple bridge, I call it multiple because when we get there, you see about 2-3 bridges, you know, that were flooded about 2-3 years ago. And it has not been easy because it is really capital intensive when it comes to rail rehabilitation or bridge reconstruction. But we have been really privileged as Nigerians to have a very wonderful president, a wonderful administration that really care for positive transformation of this our great country, the giant of Africa. And that is what we are going to see today, with the support and the keen interest of the able president, our indefatigable president, President Jonathan Ebele Azikwe. Good luck. I want to say the good luck is now radiating all of us today. For more than 2-3 years, no train movement. But today, I happen to be the most happiest man as a railway staff, a railway spokesman, to let you know that it is now possible for us to have a wonderful ride, not only from Zungeru to Akare, but from the southern part of the country to the northern part of this great country of ours. This Akare we are talking about, a lot of wonders really happened there. And what may interest all of you knowing is that we might be expecting to see Julius Berger there, or we might be expecting to see the world giant when it comes to rail rehabilitation. But this time around, the railway has really gone African, and gone African in the sense that this wonderful we are about to say now, experiencing now, is being done, coordinated, engineered, masterminded, and rehabilitated by Costain West Africa. This is a very big loss because it is an African-dominated construction firm. We are talking about was really flooded about 3 years ago, but for quite some time, due to all these problems, for more than 2 decades, it has not been possible for us to have what I call full-fledged, unhindered train movement from the southern part of the country to the northern part of this country. All of you will agree with me that some of us who are here that may have been within the ages of 40s, 50s, 60s, and even with my Honorable Minister of Information, I want to believe that they really enjoy so much when it comes to rail services in Nigeria. But when you go 30s downward, I want to believe that many are just cruising on rail for the first time today. No doubt, even some of our journalists will agree with me. So ladies and gentlemen, what we are experiencing today is to tell us, is for us to say and tell the world that the rehabilitation work we've been talking about is being completed. And that is what we are going to see. We are going to see where a wonderful engineering technology has been really, showcased by Custom West Africa and CCECC, a Chinese, firm who has been supportive of what we are going to express at this moment. Something is really symbolic about traveling from the southern part to the north of this country. Where you are at this moment is more or less an agrarian community. We have a lot of food produce, we have fish, we have so many things, grains and what have you. And most of the towns in the north here, especially the north central part of this country, are really landlocked. What I mean by this is that most of these towns you are hearing, is it Wushishi, is it Akare, is it Zungeru? We have so many things. We have Kutuwenji. I want to believe many of us are not been privileged to travel along, these places. From Jeba, between Jeba and Mina, we have 19 wonderful railway stations. That their names alone will tell you that we have a lot of beauty to showcase as Nigerians. Along this axis, the food availability there is enough to cushion what we may have been experiencing. I want to believe that with the coming back of rail operation, especially from the south to the northern part of this country, is to tell us that food has really come again. It's not only food. I know if I ask, many of us don't know what kurenge is all about. My minister knows what I call kurenge. The only place where you can get kurenge is nothing but on the track. And that can only be achieved if you travel between Mokwa and Zungeru. We may not get to that level today because many journalists would like to have a glimpse of what we mean by kurege. Kurege is more or less the sweetest meat you can find around this axis, and it's not common. Even in Lagos, it's very hard to come by. But here, the shakers are mover, and that is why Niger State is more or less the citadel of general, like Plato. So that is one of the beauty that is really available here. Not only that, some have been eating donkwa and kulikuli. The kulikuli and donkwa we have along the rail track here is not common. If you have been eating pap, we have what we call, some of us don't know. We only know rice as tuwos in Kafa. But here, we have pap that specifically comes up from rice. A lot of wonderful things are available here because most of our people here are farmers. And their only means of reaching out the world is by rail. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are proud as far as railways operation is concerned in Nigeria. We are very proud and appreciative of the president of this great country of ours. And we are not in doubt that with the presence of the Honorable Minister of Information, the Honorable Minister of National Planning, we want to believe that a lot of goodies and more goodies will surely come our way. Ladies and gentlemen, you are very much welcome to Zungeru Akare Aziz. And I land my houses here. I think I need to tell all of us that have been privileged that presently in Nigerian Railway, we have what we call consolidated effective rail mass transit train all over the 6 geopolitical zone of this country. Not minding the fact that due to some security constraints, we may not be able to operate around maybe like Maiduguri, but I'm happy to inform us that presently we have our intercity mass transit train in Lagos that are really moving thousands, if not millions of people daily. Without rail operation in Lagos, no movement, no prospect. Fashola will never argue that. And not only that, we have interstate mass transit operation all the way from Lagos that traverse Osun State, Oyo State, up to Ilorin in Kwara State. And that gives me, I remain a very happy man. When I heard and I watched with keen interest when the Honorable Minister of Information underwent what I call a wonderful and uncommon handshake with most of the passengers. And that is still, that is still on, and we continue to linger in the memory lane of so many Kwarans when the Honorable Minister went on a very wonderful ride from Ilorin to Ofa and back. Ladies and gentlemen, not only that, we have our own mass transit train in the North Central Zone here, the one from Mina to Kaduna that runs 3 times a week. And for people that reside in Mina or along Kaduna, Aziz will agree with me that without the movement of that train, no food in Kaduna. Without the movement of that train, no enjoyment on board. The only where you can cruise unhindered without any security threat remains by rail. And we want to appreciate and congratulate all stakeholders here present. You are very much welcome back, because the track is now back. Ladies and gentlemen, we used to have the Kafanchan Kaduna mass transit train, and not only that, we have the one from Kaduna to Kano, and not only that, even in the eastern part. Then we have the Kano-Zungeru train. These are some of the wonderful things, and I can assure you that as soon as possible, we will have a comprehensive, fully air-conditioned, package first class, because we have what we call economy class, we have the first class, and so many things are possible on train. Many are wondering like Alice of Wonderland. I remember a journalist came in and said he couldn't believe it because she's entering train for the first time. The ongoing capital project, I think I need to acquaint the guests here present with the ongoing capital project in Nigerian Railways. We have the rehabilitation of railway track, the Western Line, that is Lagos to Kano. We have the rehabilitation of railway track, Eastern Line, that is the Port Harcourt Maiduguri. And when we say Port Harcourt Maiduguri, the Port Harcourt Maiduguri traverse Port Harcourt, Makurdi. It comes to engineering and technological know-how. When it comes to socializing, when it comes to corporate social responsibility at its best, these are possible. All these, I repeat, possible through railways. Ladies and gentlemen, we have what I would call new standard gauge line. That is from Abuja to Kaduna. Many are saying, is it possible? Not only possible, but to tell you that the rehabilitation work has really started. Not only that, we have the rehabilitation of railway track, that is the Zaura, Kaura, and Amoda. I want to believe that when we are talking of hair and skin, when we are talking of cotton, a lot of possibility around the northeastern part of this great country. Are you with me? Watch the movement and clap synonymously with the movement of my hand. Ladies and gentlemen, the Honorable Minister of Information, the Honorable Minister of National Planning, I want to believe this information will surely get to the President. Because I want to believe, if not in the railways, it's never possible anywhere. And you can see that movement means a lot. It means so much. Because train has a very wonderful way of moving. You know, as we are moving, no changes will still come back. You understand? And you can see all of us really dancing. When you are not happy, by the time you board a train, you become the most happiest person on the heart. And that is just what we are cruising, and that is what we are experiencing now. All of us are really smiling, and I can see people, even the Honorable Minister, laughing in English. Let's put our hands together for the Honorable Minister. And ladies and gentlemen,